it got into for some reason it says 4 minutes to start the recording. That's okay. We'll just talk about it. I'll give an intro about this book so that we can keep it going. Give me a few more seconds. All right. Welcome all. Welcome to our Wake Up PSA moment as part of this. We have been doing this book breakthrough for the past, maybe I don't know how many years we have been doing it, maybe 3 to 5 years, I can say. Every week, every Friday, we want to just keep this as a book breakthrough Friday. And today, we have taken the book, the Success Affirmations. Yeah. So it's the 52 weeks for living a passionate and purposeful life. I was sharing in the session before session that, this is a good book for all, all adults, especially the kids. I can suggest this in a way that, how we can really program our mind, subconscious programming, and also affirmations. We all know that it's a power statements, and it's the way how we really what instructions we say to our mind, or how we are really living that life, and getting into deep, right? So we'll talk about it. And it's a book written by Jack Canfield. I hope many of you have seen him in I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly, but I think he was also in the movie Secret. Jack Canfield is the author of several other, New York bestsellers or the Amazon bestsellers. The Success Principles is one book, and then another book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, and he has written many other books. And in this book has been co-authored by other two authors, like Ram Ganglani and Kelly Johnson, as you see it in the screen, right? Okay, so I'm also in a recording, for the YouTube for some reason, it's taking 1 minute, 24 seconds. Okay, yeah, we'll just do it. All right. So in the meanwhile, we'll just talk about, who this author is. Yeah. Jack Canfield is a best-selling author, motivational speaker, is an entrepreneur, and through this book, is showing the ways on where you really want to be in life. Yeah, through the system of his success principles, whatever he put together. It's a kind of essence of his learning, his experience, and the principles, and he make it as part of the daily affirmations. Even in our agile coaching and grow with hopes and dreams, we say one thing, that in case if you want to take some takeaway, turn it into affirmation and live by that affirmation every day. We can just get reminded ourselves about it and then do it. So as a daily affirmations, the more and more we say, what exactly happens, right? So like this author, Jack Canfield, has been deeper into this, how these affirmations can really help, how as a principle it can really, live in our life. It's not just a kind of, set of ideas. It's not just set of some statements. No, not just that, right? So it's like a practical guide for creating the success and happiness. Yeah. How we can really get that or experience that abundance in a way that the affirmations can help us to rewire our thought patterns. The affirmations can help to rewire our emotional responses. And it can create the new pathway to our brain in a way that the more and more we repeat what happens over the time, it can replace the old limiting belief or any other way of your old reality or the reflections of the past memory, past issues. And it's going to replace that, and whatever keeps you stagnant, whatever keeps you stuck, the affirmation statements can help you to conquer those fears, to overcome those obstacles. Yeah. And any sort of roadblocks you have, you can just get out of the roadblock. So once we have a clarity, once we know the kind of direction, what exactly we wanted to do in our life, and then we can really shape our life in a way that we can go into that kind of extraordinary reward oriented life, reward based life. Yeah. So the life of lifetime happiness, and how we can really take it. So as you can visualize, right? So this book, what it could talk about. Yes, it talks about 52 weeks. Yeah. And each week, at least taking some particular theme. Yeah. Even in Agile coaching, we do this monthly theme. And even books every week, every Friday we do the book breakthrough. And we take one particular book as a kind of, thinking through in that entire week, right? So the same way, Jack Canfield, along with the other co-authors, Ram Ganglani and Kelly Johnson, right, has written this book. I'll first read those affirmations of 52 affirmations. Yeah, means 52 weeks. Each week, there is some particular chapter for it. I'll just briefly talk about, first read out the contents. So that talks about, all the 52. You may even listen to it in case, if possible, just go internal, just keep your eyes closed, keep your hand on the heart. Yeah. And just repeat, or you can just, whomever is listening to it, right? Just go through it, grow through it. Just allow yourself, these thoughts are, getting into it. Yeah. And I'm going to read the, this is going to be a direct statement, but you can just add I am before that. Yeah. For example, the first chapter, the first week is take 100% responsibility for your future. So you're going to say, I take 100% responsibility for my future. Get my point, right? All of you just give one thumbs up. Yeah, whomever is listening or whomever is listening later, also just, give a kind of, just type here. All right, cool. Yeah. So I'm going to just read it. Or I'll just make it easier for you, right? So I'll just say I am and then say it too. All right, cool. I take 100% responsibility for my future. I am clear why I am here. I decide what I want to be, what I want to do, and what I want to have. I believe it is possible. I believe in myself. I leverage the law of attraction. I set goals that inspires me. I take a goal and chunk it down. The success lives close to me. I use affirmations to release the brakes. I see what I want. I get what I see. I act as if it already happened in my life. I act as if. I take action. Even if I don't know the whole path, I take action. I lean into it and see if it feels right to me. I experience my fear and I take action anyway. I am willing to pay the price of success. I'm going to ask what I want. I am not letting the rejection to stop me. I listen to the feedback and I use it to my advantage. I practice constant and never-ending improvement. What gets measured gets improved. I am persistent. I learned the rule of 5. We'll talk about it. What is the 5 later? I exceed expectations in everything I do. I surround myself with successful people. I acknowledge my positive past. You are getting it, right? Beautiful, right? It's not like not acknowledging the positive pain, and many people get stuck, right? So you want to just be choosy on what do you want to acknowledge so that we can learn through it, grow through it. I acknowledge my positive past. I keep my eyes on the prize. I clean up my messes and my incompletes. I complete the past so I can embrace the future. If it is not working, I face it. I transform my inner critic into an inner coach. I develop new success habits. 99% is a bitch, 100% is a breeze. I learn more to earn more. I maintain my passion and enthusiasm. I stay focused on my core genius. Yeah, keep the smile, keep your hand on the heart, just experience each and every word as if it's I'm reading your own mind, or I'm reading for you. I stay focused on my core genius. I reassess my time commitments. I say no to distractions. I'm being a leader worthy of followers. I create network of mentors, contacts, and coaches. I use the power of the mastermind. I listen to my gut instincts. I listen to learn. I have a hard talk. I tell the truth sooner than later. I speak with impeccability about others. I practice constant appreciation. I become known as a class act. I develop a positive money consciousness. I get what I focus on. I make more before I spend more. I share more and I serve more. Yeah, and that's the conclusion of reading through all the chapters. Yeah, so we'll just see certain highlights through, and then we'll conclude today's session, right? How many of you found it really useful? Yeah, so far each and every affirmation, I think we can talk for hours. That powerful. Still, we want to just see that how we can go deeper. Yeah, thank you for all the love, thumbs ups. Cool. Also making it live in YouTube. All right, cool. So that you can listen to it later too. So the book starts with the introduction. Be careful what you wish for. Yeah. You have probably heard that phrase very often, but did you know there's actual science behind this advice about what we wish for? The researchers in the field of neuroscience now know that the brain is goal-seeking organism. Whatever idea, image, or outcome, whatever you think about, talk about, feel about, and feel strong about, you will bring that about. So there are always, two things about visible and invisible, and many creations happen in the invisible, because before the actual thing materializes happens, it happens in the invisible. Like even the baby, inside the mom's tummy is growing, and we cannot see, but we can just feel, we can just experience, right? Especially moms. And means the creation happens inside. Even for all of us, every creation happens inside. And if we can keep those dark with a full of lights, we can see that outside, like the things become, thoughts become things. Yeah. All right. So these affirmations is basically, these are the tools which we can use to focus our thoughts and accelerate the process of achieving our goals. So that's why, these affirmations, if you see it like foam, it just, it's a kind of cemented into us. And that way, all the affirmations, we want to just feel as if it has already been achieved. That's a primary secret about this. So, for example, like I am joyfully depositing $100,000 royalty check from my best-selling book. Yeah, this is what the author says. And he's able to see it, like the statements which are stretching his mind with the new thoughts, new lavish images, and new ways of like for the brain to process and bring the change in life. So when you bombard your brain with all the colorful pictures, exciting details, like the visualization exercise we did, right, just before this session, before the book breakthrough session, the same way, we want to see with the full of images, full of thoughts, full of those, like a mental movie. Yeah, you want to just see and experience it. Then those emotions have that kind of cognitive dissonance, which means it's creating the kind of joyful emotions, the exciting details, and the colorful pictures around it, and then creating a better life, right? So our life, whatever we are living, is based on, is an outcome of the past. Yeah. And everything in life, right? There's a quote which says that everything great that has ever happened to humanity has begun as a single thought in someone's mind. Yeah. That is, I think, Yanis Chrysomalis. Okay. So he's the author. He's known as Yanni. I think many of you know about the composer. You can listen to his music. It's amazing. Yeah. So the composer, pianist, and music producer. So what he says is, someone is asking, who is, okay, Yanni. Yeah, Yanni. Okay. So everything great that has ever happened to humanity has begun as a single thought in someone's mind. So the affirmations can change our life. The affirmations, especially these are the principles, ideas, and your future. It means like, if you always work with these principles, and when we really live by that, it is definitely not changing our life. Yeah. So the author brings out these weekly affirmations just put together as a treat for our soul, or the mind, or the brain. Yeah. So that it is really helping us. For example, the first affirmation, first chapter or first week, it puts even like our energy coaching code of honor also, right? And we take the 100% responsibility. And we are not really living the victim life, but victorious life. We take that 100% responsibility. Every time we want to just, this one simple sentence can really change our life. This one simple code of honor. Yeah. And in addition to other code of honors, what we have, like 100% ownership, 100% responsibility, 100% commitment. Yeah. There's something like that. All right. So that way, throughout the book, here are some real good quotes and the supportive thoughts around, each of these affirmation, why, we want to think that way, right? And I'll just, read out a few of those quotes which are there in the books across. And it's really a good book. I highly recommend for each of you. And more importantly, if you want to gift something to your kids, especially the teens, this will be a good book. All right. So I decide upon your, okay, Brian Tracy says that, decide upon your major definite purpose in life and then organize all your activities around it. Yeah. So we want to first, make a decision that, what is the definite purpose, what we want to live. So as we say even in our sessions, right? So I'm so joyful, grateful. And we do this gratitude every day. In fact, every time I can say that it's a kind of full of gratitude. And living in that purposeful and perfect alignment with our life purpose. That's the whole idea. So that we can visualize the perfect world only when we live and be in those words, right? So that, everyone is living in harmony when you really create, because I think in the previous session, before recording this book breakthrough, we're talking about how we can visualize, means, we attract who we are. Our current scenario is what we attracted ourselves. Anything you go through is what you attracted in your life, means based on our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, the way we get connected. Yeah. So for each affirmation, we can come up with some action item or a kind of an exercise, right? So for example, in this case, the author gives kind of exercise, like a life purpose exercise. So list at least 2 unique personal qualities. For example, leadership and innovation. Yeah. In case, for those, if you decide that that's your purpose, yeah, ahead. So I want to live the life as a leader and I want to continue innovating. And then you want to list 1 or 2 ways to enjoy expressing those qualities when interacting with others, such as like, yeah, I'm here to support, I'm here to inspire. Yeah. The same way, you want to assume the world which is perfect already. Yeah. And when you look at that, yeah, everything is happening for a reason. Everything, there is a kind of, this life itself is like a unique calling. Not everybody got an opportunity. We are here. And of course, even in this moment, there are many people who are dying or who have been hospitalized, who have been going through a lot of other trauma. And we are able to be here and experience this, right? You get my point? So you want to be that kind of grateful that everyone is working for that ideal field in harmony with each other, without conflict or damage to the earth. Many times, when you keep on thinking and complaining or talking about the things which are not working, what happens is that mind is always attracting that kind of news or that kind of engagement, that kind of discussions. So we want to just be watchful about what we think, what we say, what we do, right? So the other one is about, how we can really decide what I want to be, what I want to do, what I want to have. So, and I don't want to read out, each and everything, but at a high level, what I want to say is, at least each of us can have our own wish list that, what I want. Many times, many people don't have, maybe, in our coaching sessions in future, we'll do some activity that at least, we want to go get those. I think many of us did it, right? So how many of you completed our bucket list, right? That what we wanted to do in our life, right? Last time we did at least 100 plus list, right? And then, yeah, so we want to do that. And also, what do you love to do? What all you love to do? What are the places you wanted to visit? Who are the people you wanted to attract? What sort of environment you want to be in? Yeah. So we want to just, continue doing it. And So Napoleon Hill says that, right? In the Think and Grow Rich book also, he has mentioned that, you can be anything you want to be. You can be anything or anyone you want to be. If only you believe with a sufficient conviction and act according to your faith. So, you need to know, you need to ask yourself about your faith and how, for whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Yeah. What a profound statement, right? So that one. So that way, we wanted to really believe in ourselves. The author talks about how it can really help you. So there's another quote by Max Lucado, a best-selling author. He says, "You are not an accident. You're not accidentally stepped into this session also, even now, if you're listening, right? You were not mass produced. That's why we say, even in our coaching sessions, our regular sessions also, we say that don't look at it as okay, like for somebody else or it's for a group session. It's for you, exclusively for you. It's a one-on-one. Treat it as a one-on-one, even though it's a kind of group, right? So that way, it's not for a mass produced. You are not an assembly line product. You were deliberately planned, specifically gifted, and lovingly positioned on the earth by the master craftsman. Beautiful, right? So we say in our sessions too that like we are the satellites, man-made satellites sent to other planets or other the space arbitrary. Each of us are the natural planets or natural satellites, I can say, and we have been launched into this earth. I am so glad that author has that similar reflection. I mean, the quote owner, like Max Lucado, the best-selling author. All right. So then, throughout the book, it talks about, how we can really reflect based on the affirmations. So that one tip, I can say or share through this book is, affirmation is not just the statement what we say. We want to really, meditate with it. We want to reflect with it. We want to just be and connect with those affirmations across in all that we see, all that we do, so that we can constantly and living by those affirmations. That's the whole point, right? And what you radiate outward in your thoughts, feelings, mental pictures, and words, that's what we attract into our life. Yeah. And how we can really even go ask, for example, if we can put it into action item, right? So ask what you want first, and decide what you really, really want and put into those words and focus on the goal. And replace any sort of negative images or negative thoughts with those possibilities, right? And consistently ask for what you want. Yeah. And it's like, it can be everybody would have figured it out, right? I say this, power 5, right? The foundation 5, at least the things, which is very, very important and core for you. The same way, each of you can either go with this foundation 5, like constructive thoughts around, loving, lovable, peaceful. I spread the peace. What's the other one? Strength. I feel strong. I also share and spread the strength to others. And Aragyam Anandam. Then, like, I feel healthy. Health in all areas of our life, right? So mental health, physical health, relationship health, prosperity health, and legendary health, right? And then what is the other one? The bliss, the joy, the anandam, right? So I'm always happy, healthy, harmonious, abundance, blissful. So we want to continue having that in the same way. Just keep on asking that, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And then that's what you'll get. And believe you will get what you want, and then take action and receive what you want. And that's a kind of, ask, believe, receive, right? We know that law of attraction aspect of it. So yeah, so the book, has amazing, pointers around that. So you can just listen to that recording for the initial 52-week affirmations, what author has put together. So Tony Robbins says one thing, right? Long ago, I realized that success leaves clues. and that people who produce outstanding results do specific things to create those results. I believe that if I precisely duplicated the actions of others, I could reproduce the same quality of results that they had. That means if someone can do it, we can do it. And if anybody can do it. Yeah. So why we don't really take advantage of this universal possibilities, right? So many times people are reluctant to do something because they're afraid to step into or experience that kind of new abundant life. You need to know, you need to believe that, yeah, it is possible. Yeah. And you want to make it as like, you want to attract that kind of friends, that kind of community, like, we are here together. And you want to attract or do that kind of hobby. And we want to make it as part of it. And many times people have the fear of rejection. And so you need to have a desire which is even more powerful than your fear, or it can really tackle your fear, right? And then showing up here every day for our sessions and things like that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there are a number of ways. Yeah, we can also use the affirmation to release the brakes. Any sort of brakes means everything we want is just outside our comfort zone. We want to know that, what is our comfort zone, how we can really get out of it. And so those who want to really build their affirmations, right? So the author also suggests few things. I'll just read it out for you. Start with the words I am. Because when you say I am, your subconscious mind interprets these two powerful words as a command or as a present, as a being. It means you're already living in that life. And use it in present tense. I would even say, like, my another tip is use present continuous tense. I am being. Yeah, dash. Means, like, that means it's already happening. Not just happen, but already happening. Yeah. And then state it in the positive note. Yeah. Means it should really take us into the constructive path, that affirmations. That's why they say, right? So even in anger, don't curse somebody. Yeah. Because what you curse for others, it's a mirror, right? It just reflects back. So you need to be watchful and careful about even cursing others, or even thinking anything negative about others, or even ill talk about others, or getting engaged. That's why in agile coaching, or grow with hopes and dreams, we follow this saying no to those things, right? So no complaint, no regret, no, and we want to continue on being in that thing, that no complaint. All right, sure. So then keep it brief, make it specific, and include an action word with ing. Oh, author also says that. Awesome, great. So because that's adding a power, yeah, and in the present continuous tense. Super. Include at least one dynamic emotion or feeling, because what you would be feeling if you had already achieved that goal. So you want to bring that feeling. That's why in affirmations, like even in the beginning I was saying, right, just close your eyes, keep your hand on the heart. That means you're not really distracted, you're really feeling it, because what happened, the heart is more of a feeling factor, and the more and more you expand the kind of heart chakra, and it's going to really work like a magic. All right, so make the affirmation for yourself, not for others. Yeah, don't think about or don't include somebody else's action, what they have to do. Yeah, just it's all about you. Yeah, and what you will be doing, wanting to do it. And always have that experience which is feeling something better, something greater, something expansion, right? So yeah, so it talks about multiple things. We'll just conclude in another few minutes. So throughout the book, what I can see is there's some powerful affirmation, and then the thoughts around that affirmation, and how maybe people have even lived. For example, there's a Chinese proverb, right? So a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Yeah, the same way, like Martin Luther King said once, right? The great civil rights leader and Nobel Peace Prize winner or recipient. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Oh wow! Yesterday I was talking in Trivandrum class. I was highlighting the same topic around. The poem goes like this, right? Even when people cannot really recite the complete mantra, complete thing, until they can just start with, for example, the Namah Shivaya, right? Just start with Na, Ma, then automatically you'll get into it, right? Something like this. All right, cool. So jump off the cliff and you build your wings on the way down. Awesome, right? So basically, when we are ready to jump, that's why we say that one word, action word, as a kind of a jump. Yeah, jump. Then you can figure it out automatically. Now you'll start. The wings will just grow on the way, and you don't want to just keep waiting, and then not taking any action. Yeah. All right. So the book talks about many things about how we can really get out of fear, how to even ask. For example, if you wanna, I mean, we made some list, right? In the previous statement, like what do you want, what do you love to do, and things like that. The same way. So here you can even think about your finances, your job or career, your fun time, how you want to recreate yourself, how you want to keep your health and happiness, how you want to keep your relationship, how you want to keep your hobbies, yeah, how you want to contribute to the community, right? In multiple areas, we can see it. So, yeah. So how we can really listen to the feedback. So that way, like, yes, you can even put it into some sort of affirmations, further affirmations for this, like, I am welcoming. I am really appreciating. I am using my feedback, what I get, so that I accept it as a valuable gift. I am openly, yesterday we were having the session, right? And the kind of, each of you were kind of, sharing and, what do you want? Yeah. I was just asking that, what do you want? And then you're sharing many things. The same way, I'm openly listening to the feedback, while at the same time listening to what my body, my feelings, my instincts are telling me for those feedback, so that you can make it happen if it is a right thing. Again, there could be a lot of opinions, but you want to really assess that feedback also. All right, I'm happily adjusting my behavior and moving forward as I apply the feedback what I get from others. Yeah, that's why I say I really love this particular one. Like the co-author of a 1 Minute Manager says that, I keep repeating here too, right? The feedback is the breakfast for the champions. Yeah. Yeah, Ken Blanchard and Spencer Johnson says that feedback is not just the breakfast; it's the lunch, it's a dinner, it's an important thing. Okay, so what are the unpredictable way people really respond to those feedback, right? So people just give up, or getting mad, or ignoring the feedback, and all this. What happens is. And again, you need to be watchful. The author also gives a kind of highlight. Some feedback is just wrong. Yeah. You wanna see that, from where it is coming, in what mode is coming. In case if it is not really reflecting to the right approach. So people may give the feedback out of angry or resentful or egoistic or vengeful, not that, vengeful mind, right? So you want to be watchful about that also. The person who gives the feedback is really, really better attracting, resonating with your thought. Do you feel the kind of good vibe that it's going to make you or break you? You want to be watchful. Sometimes, people just talk behind you, or they reflect without much deeper thought or thinking around it, right? Also, you need to see that, when people come and give, just watch their pattern also. Is it really taking in a right direction or not? Yeah. So yeah, so this talks about multiple great things, and like Peter Drucker, many of you whomever is in that quality area, you would know that. Yeah, he says that if you cannot measure it, you cannot improve it. Yeah, it's a very popular thing. The same way, we want to continue improving it. So there are lots and lots of examples we can say, like the industry leaders, or the community leaders, have been successful by measuring that success. Yeah. All right. So I was telling that I'll talk about the rule of 5, right? What the author highlights. So the rule of 5 simply means that every day you want to do 5 specific things that will move you towards, oh wow, without knowing it, we are doing the super 6, right? He's talking about 5, at least 5. Okay. So 5 things you wanted to do that moves you forward towards achieving your goal. I'll challenge you to do the same. Commit on doing these things every day. That will bring closer to achieving success. Okay. I thought we are going to learn something new, but yeah, these are the things. Basically, at least stick with those forward 6 and then continue doing. That's what it is, right? So that way, hope you all found this session useful. Yeah, and if you wanna read more, yeah, you can find the book which is in Amazon. I also put the link or the kind of the picture in YouTube, so you can watch it, listen it, learn it. Yeah. So we'll take maybe 1 or 2 quick feedback and then kind of breakthrough reflections, and we'll conclude the session. Any of you can just unmute and speak. Which thought resonated to you? Which one is your takeaway points or whatever? Yeah. Then we'll conclude. Yeah. All right. Any feed forwards? All right. You may also post it in our group. Yeah. We'll conclude. Yeah, I posted the link here, and also I'm going to post. So what we have practiced before this session also, I'll post that link here. You can save it. Yeah, here you go, Vinila. You can take it. Oh, thank you, friends. Until see you again. Chin up, cheer up, and keep signing. See you all on top. Ashok, can you also share this link, especially the first one, book breakthrough link in our WhatsApp group? Yeah, thank you.